Hello and welcome to the RF Workshop channel. Today's project is going to be a high performance air filter for the TS200R. I'm going to design and 3D print a custom filter frame. However, I think I'll go with just a cylinder shape instead of the dome. I think that would be the best to get the most surface area. Okay, so I've taken some measurements, so now I'm just going to go inside and see what I can come up with. Okay, so this is what I've come up with the measurements. As you can see, it's got a base to clamp the filter against the airbox. This standoff here inserts into the standoff inside the airbox. Essentially it's a spacer to stop the base of the filter cage from clamping all the way against the airbox, because we still need about 5mm or around that of room for the filter foam to be under. It's got the hole through the center for the wing nut and stud to clamp everything down. So without further ado, I'll get this in the 3D printer and we'll get things going. And now it begins. Something like 9 more hours of this and we'll be done. Okay, so here it is fresh off the 3D printer. I've taken the base plate off already, all I have to do is remove all the rafts. And here it is rafterless. As you can see, it could have done with a few more hours of printing, but I preferred 9 hours as opposed to something like 48. It's still strong enough to do the job it needs to do. I'm going to clean off all the little bits and pieces that the rafts have left behind, because I don't quite like the idea of little bits of PLA bouncing around inside my crankcase and cylinder. If anyone's curious, yes, I have used PLA to make a air filter cage before, and no, the oil hasn't attacked it. Might be a bit different with a two-stroke that generally has a bit more fuel coming back through the system, but I'm confident it'll be fine. If not, we'll find out soon enough. Alright, so here's the cage mounted in the airbox. Everything seems to have gone as planned. If you look closely, you can see that the plastic for the airbox is actually right up against the inner diameter of the frame. It does look like there's a fair gap between the airbox and the base here, but I think with the 15mm filter foam, it'll be protruding just a little bit further than the inner diameter of the frame, so it should pinch nicely and shouldn't have a problem with sealing. I still think this filter's a bit small for this bike, but with this airbox, there's not a lot I can do and still retain all of the water drainage system that it's got. So now I'll take this out again and I'll make a filter element to suit. Nothing special to talk about here, it's basically just a cut and pasting activity. Wrong with that. So now we just need to do the hard part, which is the I guess you could say the ring around the bottom. Looks ugly now, but it'll look much better once everything's glued together. So this is what I use for gluing. I've used this on a filter in my XR400 for quite a while now, and it probably about 6 months in and it's still going strong, so at least for me, this should be suitable for making the this filter out of. A lot of older air filters I find are usually sewn. You don't have to worry about glues coming apart over time or anything like that. But I'm not that worried, so this is what I'll be using. Watch it glue itself to the bench now. Okay, so the camera battery went from 80% to 0% while I was doing things. But what I've done is I've covered both surfaces and I've let the glue go tacky. I've also coated the frame in grease such that when I form the air filter around it, hopefully the glue doesn't stick to the frame itself. Apparently you only get one shot at this, but I have removed it, separated it and put it back before and it seems to be alright, so gotta do what you gotta do, as long as you don't pinch it hard. Okay, bottom's alright. And the top looks pretty good, so I'm now going to pinch it hard. Yes, the air filter is on upside down on the frame. I plan on removing the frame obviously and then oiling the filter element once everything's dry, so really we just need the cylinder shape. Now we just need to wait 24 hours for the glue to dry completely, then I'll remove the frame and then oil the air filter as necessary and we'll go from there. Okay, so 24 hours later, the glue's dried, there's no smell to it anymore. And I've removed the filter element from the frame. So now I'm just going to wipe the grease off of the frame and give the filter element a bit of blowout because of the dirt it may have picked up off of the workbench. Lately I've been using Hi-Tac chain bar oil on my filters and it seems to work just fine. As you can see, the contact adhesive holds up just fine. Okay, so it's all uniform now, and it seems to have plenty of residual oil. I don't know if you can see that. There we go, one air filter. And just like that, it's installed and almost ready to go. As you can see, the foam is pressed up against the base of the airbox, so it should be right for sealing. I put plenty of plenty of oil around the base, so there should be a good seal between the plastic and the foam. I have ordered a plastic washer, the proper plastic washer that Suzuki supplies with the OEM air filter, to go with the wing nut, but for now I've just got it just installed the way it is. See it from the port in the top of the airbox? Now I am sorry, I can't give you a video of the bike running just yet because I'm still waiting on a few more bits, but I promise it will be running soon and there will be a video, so if it isn't out already, subscribe. I should have a video out of it running soon. If I had have been a little bit more liberal with the contact adhesive, you probably wouldn't even know it was homemade. There it is, all covered up. If you're wondering why this cover looks funny, one of the previous owners cut a speed hole in the airbox, so I just got a bit of compatible plastic and I plastic welded up a panel into it. Anyways, thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll have a video of it running soon, flushing the radiator system and priming the oil lubrication pump, and hopefully everything goes hunky-dory. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.